Today you're going to want to grab your band. We're going to go through a strength workout together. So you can just put that to the side to start. You're going to want to grab your water as well if you don't already have that available to you. And we're just going to start seated in the chair and go through some breath together. So sitting up nice and tall, you can rest your back against the backrest. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through pursed lips. Like you're blowing out candles. Inhale. Slow exhale. Good, keep going. Now for your next 2 exhales, I want you to focus on lengthening your exhale, so making it longer. And feeling your heartbeat. If you just take a moment as you're exhaling to feel your heartbeat, you might notice it slows down a little bit, or maybe you just feel how fast or slow or moderate is pumping. Just take a few breaths here. Try to calm the nervous system. Good. Once you've got those breaths, we're going to sit up in the chair and we're going to take our hands to our knees for cat-cow. So inhale, we pull the hands in, open the chest. And then exhale, push the hands away and round the spine. Inhale in. Exhale, round. Good, get 2 more. Good. We're going to stand it up and come behind the chair, and you're going to come into a march. So you can hold your chair and just march it out, and I'll show you without the chair just so you know what to do with your feet. But we're just marching in place here. You don't need to drive your knee up super high. It doesn't need to be gorgeous while you're marching. Just moving, warming up the body. Good, we're going to start to add some gentle arm movements. So I'll start with big circles, but if you need to start with smaller circles, you can. You can try to keep the feet moving. It doesn't need to be as fast. We go one arm back and then the other. Good, and maybe you're just here, or maybe you're just sweeping the arms. Good. Change directions with the arms. Now we're swimming forwards. Good. Slow down the arms and legs. We're going to come to a lateral raise just here. Wrist is in line with the shoulder. I'm not reaching all the way up and overhead. I'm not trying to increase range of motion. I just want to work the shoulders. Just in line with shoulder height, no higher. You might already feel some warmth building up in your shoulders through your arms, maybe the legs. Front raise here, so we come in front. Good, we're here. Good. Good, we'll get 2 more, 2 and 1. We're going to take the feet wide, hands to hips, and we're going to roll through the hips, making hip circles. Good, change directions. We're trying to keep nice stiff legs, And what I mean by this is just a soft bend in the knee, but all of the movement is happening through the hip, and it's not because of my knees. So it's all in the hip. Good. Slow that down, arms long, roll the shoulders. Good. Other direction. Good, we're gonna get a few neck rolls. Maybe a half circle's your thing, or maybe you can get the full circle with me here. Make sure if you're doing a half circle that you get the top and the bottom. Change directions if you're doing a full circle with me. Good, let's get one more. And then we're gonna hold our chair for support, and we're gonna roll the ankle. I know you can't see my feet very well, so I'm gonna try to hold them up in frame. Rolling the ankle, and then change directions. Good, other foot, roll the ankle. Other direction. Good. We're gonna finish with 5 squats. So hold your chair, hips back, bend the knee. 1, 2, good. 3, 4, 5. All right, take a little break here if you need it. Just come to your chair, maybe come to a recovery position, and just take a few breaths in through the nose and out through pursed lips. 2 more. Okay, so we're gonna go through, let's see here, 7 to 8 strength exercises together. We'll just see how we do with those first few. Each exercise we're gonna do for 8 to 10 reps together. We're only gonna go through them once. So if you would like to repeat this video multiple times, as soon as we finish the strength portion, you're welcome to go back before we start the stretch to do it one more time through. We're gonna start with a chest press together. So for a chest press, we're gonna use our band. It's gonna come behind the back, and it's gonna sit below the shoulder blades, over the arms. I'm gonna sit nice and tall, elbows come up slightly, arms are in front like I'm gonna punch through, and I'm just gonna straighten the arm. So that's our chest press. So let's get 10 together in 3, 2, 1, press. Good. Now this could be mimicked as well as a wall push-up, so if you would prefer to do that, you are welcome to do so. We got 2 and 1. All right, we'll put the band down behind us since we're gonna go to a sit to stand next. So for the sit to stand, I'm gonna sit close to the edge of the chair. Ankles are gonna be stacked below my knees, and I'm gonna take my arms across my chest. If you wanna start here, but you don't think you can make it through all 10, you can start here and then use your hands to support you on the knees or the chair when you feel like you need that. And of course, if you feel like this is not where you're at yet, you can start with the hands supporting you on the legs. Okay, 3, 2, 1, we're gonna stand all the way up and sit down. Good. Good, we're almost halfway. That's 5. More to go. 10. All right, grab a seat and grab some water. Take some breath if you need it. I always find those leg exercises are just a little bit more exhausting. So for the next one, I'm going to turn my chair so you can see what I'm doing with my feet. So I'm going to sit close to the edge of the chair. Legs go out long. Band is gonna go behind my feet. And then I'm just gonna sit up tall, roll my shoulders to open my chest. And then we're gonna row together. So when we're rowing, elbows stay tight to the body. Keep the shoulders low, and I squeeze my shoulder blades to send the elbows back. Hands come towards my hip bones. All right, we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Getting 10 here, good. Good, we got 2 more. 2 and 1. We're gonna pause here so you can lengthen your arms and relax, but keep the band behind the feet. Our next move is a straight arm row. So for a straight arm row, I find it's best if you actually take the feet back to flat. So if those feet are back to flat in front of you, and I'll readjust my chair so you can see this one. Now we have our feet flat in front of us and the arms are long at the side holding the band. I'm just gonna squeeze through my core, so I'm not rounding my spine, I'm sitting up tall, and then I'm just gonna pull my arms behind me. That's the move. We're gonna get 10 in 3, 2, 1. We just go straight back and then lead with your wrist. Squeeze your shoulder blades like you're skiing almost. It will be tempting to try to get those elbows up. Lead with that wrist, like I said. I know it's hard. Your back muscles are probably already feeling it. Let's get 2 more. 2 and 1. All right, you can take that band out from under the feet. Grab some water if you need it. And then we'll go right into our hip abduction. So we're gonna take feet together. And I know it's hard to see. I don't know why we're all black. It's super hard to see. I look like I'm part of the chair. But basically we're gonna take this band. And if I turn on my side, maybe you can see a bit better. The band is gonna come underneath the thigh. And then, excuse me. And then we're gonna wrap the band around the legs. So once the band is underneath, I'm gonna take it on top and just cross them over one another. And then I'll pull the ends tight, and I'm holding at the side of the knee. And then I'm gonna sit tall, press into my heels, and open the knees. We'll go for 12 of these, since it is a smaller muscle, in 3, 2, 1, go. Good. 2 more. 2 and 1. All right, we're gonna stand it up and come behind the chair for the next few moves. You can put your band on the chair or to the side. We will need it for one of the moves. So the next one, we're gonna do a lateral lunge together. So this one's a little difficult, and I know you probably haven't done it in class yet, but we're gonna start by holding our chair and just stepping our feet wide to the width of the chair. Now I'll move my chair so you can see what I'm doing, but you're ideally having a chair in front of you that you can hold onto. And then once you have that wide stance, you're gonna push your hips back behind you. This is important that the hips are behind you and not just in line with your feet. Otherwise, when we do the lunge, all you're doing is this. And if I show you from the side, this is not what we wanna do. It's this movement with the hips back and the knee driving forwards. So we're gonna push the hips back. We're gonna bend the right knee and shift the weight over. We straighten and then bend the left, shift the weight over. Now, one trick that you can use for this, if you wanna practice this on your own time, is you take a chair and you line up one of your legs with the middle of the chair. Then you're gonna step the other leg wide. We're gonna push the hips back, bend the right knee and shift the hips over to sit in the chair. Stand, hips back, shift to the right, sit. So this can really, really help you if you're struggling with lateral lunges. And it's very likely I'll make another video on that. just focusing on the lateral lunge and different techniques you can try to get used to it, get more familiar. So we'll go through those reps together, hips back, bend through the right, straighten, chest is still forwards, hips are still back, left, good, right, good, left, good. Good. 2 and 1. All right, stand it up, shake it out. We're gonna grab that band now and go into a lateral band walk. So I'm gonna take the band to the floor and step onto it with feet hip width apart. That part is very important, hip width apart. So I'm on the band hip width apart. I'm not pulling tight. I didn't start here and then stretch the band. That's very risky and it can break your band. So please be careful not to try to pull through the feet. Instead, you just lay your band. I'll do it again here. You're just gonna lay your band to the floor and then just step onto it hip width apart. And then you'll pull tension in the band. Then once we're here, we're gonna step wide and then back to hip width. Wide, hip width. Other direction, wide, hip width. Good, join me when you're ready. And if you want to feel more burn on your abductors, you can turn your toes in slightly to go slightly pigeon-toed. Lead with your heel. Good. Good, all right, you can pause there. We got our last move here together. We're gonna stand at the back of the chair, feet are just about hip width apart. Light on the fingertips on the chair. I'm not holding the chair to do the calf raise. It's just there in case I start to go forwards, I can catch myself. So we're gonna get 12 calf raises together in 3, 2, 1. Press onto the toe. And then come down slow. Did not mean to rhyme there. I'm not even sure if that technically rhymed, but it sounded like it did. Good, notice that I'm coming up and getting a little hold before I come down with control. I'm not just going here. So up, hold, come down with control. 3, I think, 2, and 1. All right, shake out your legs. I'll take you into some stretches. If you would like to repeat that set of strength exercises, now is the time to rewind back. I think it was about 7.5 minutes is where we start, so you're welcome to rewind back to about 7.5 minutes and go through that circuit again. But if you're ready to stretch, or maybe you have already done this twice, we'll go into our stretches. So hold your chair, big step back with the right foot, heel comes to the ground, and then you bend through the left knee, and stay here. Trying to press through the right heel to really get a nice stretch on that calf. Take another breath here. And then on your next inhale, we're going to press onto the toe of the right foot. And then stand tall and press the hips towards the chair in front of us. You can stay here, light fingertips on the chair, or maybe you take a hand or two to the hips if you feel stable, and just gently guide them forwards. If that's not for you, you're good here as long as you feel that opening in the right hip flexor. Take another breath. Big breath in. Exhale, step the feet together. We'll send the left foot back, heel down, bend through the right knee. Whew, my calves are tight today. And stay here for 2 to 3 breaths. On your next inhale, we'll press onto the toe of the back foot and then press the hips forwards and stand tall. Same options here. You can go light on the fingertips and just stay here, or maybe take a hand or two to the hips to gently guide them towards the chair. Good, big breath in. Exhale, step the feet together. We're gonna roll the shoulders. Good, hands come behind the back to the low back, and then we're gonna pull the elbows back behind us like we're trying to touch them. Obviously we're not going to touch them, but like we're trying to touch them. And then as those elbows get closer together, we're gonna gently press into the hips to open through the chest. Stay here for 2 breaths. Good, relax the arms. Hold the back of your chair and take a few steps back and drop your head between your arms for 3 breaths. And then on your next inhale, you can come to a stand and maybe in the chair. See if I can lower my camera just a little bit so you can see some of those stretches that I'm doing in the chair. So we're going to start with our quad stretch. So going to the right side of the chair, we're going to hold the left side and then drop the right leg down so the knee is below the hip and the ankle is in line with the knee. Inhale, reach up with the right arm. Exhale, lean onto the left arm and push back on the toes. Good. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, slowly let it go. You can use your hand to guide that leg back to the chair. And then we'll get the other side. Left side of the chair, hold the right side. Drop the left leg down. Same thing on this side. Knees below hip. Knee and ankle are in a nice line. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lean and push back on the toes. Good, take another breath. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. All right, now we'll come to the edge of the chair. Lengthen the right leg long, heel on the ground and foot is just relaxed. Hands go on the left thigh. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, fold over the legs. Take 2 breaths here. You can close your eyes if that feels good. And I want you to just gently pull your toes back towards you and just see what happens to your stretch here. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. We're going to grab the right leg. God, we're going to grab the right leg and hug it into the chest and roll the ankle. Other direction. Good, relax the foot, compress one more time, big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Lengthen the left leg, relax the foot, hands go on the right thigh. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, fold. Now we're gonna stay here for 2 breaths like we did on the other side, and just as we did on the other side as well, you can pull the toes back and see what happens to your stretch. And you can keep stretching. I'm just going to turn so I can show you what that looks like. So your foot's out long, you're relaxed, and then you just start to pull the toes back. And you'll feel this tension pulling through your calf, maybe the back of your knee, and maybe a little bit in the hamstring as well. If you feel like you're not feeling this in your hamstring, it could be that rather than sitting on the edge and letting your entire hamstring here be free, you might be stopping it by sitting on part of your hamstring. So make sure that you're sitting at the edge, and if the edge doesn't work for you, if you need that support, maybe you come to a corner of the chair and lengthen the leg you want to stretch while supporting yourself on the other hamstring and the other glute to come into that stretch. Okay, we've been here a very long time. Inhale, sit all the way up. Grab the left leg, hug it in. Roll the ankle. Now when you hug it into your chest, we're not looking for something beautiful where you get the knee right to the shoulder. We just want you to compress your hip flexor. Other direction. Good. Relax the foot. Inhale, compress. Exhale, let it go. All right, roll the wrists. Good. You can stay at the edge of your chair with the feet wide. We're almost done. Other direction. Arms go long, roll the shoulders. Good. Reach the fingertips towards the floor and just look up and down a couple times. Maybe a little left to right. Try not to help yourself with your shoulders or your back. Let the neck do all the work. You might notice that when you turn, you want to shift the shoulder forwards. Try to keep the shoulders still and just move through the head. All right, we'll come back through center. Big breath in, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, fold again. And then inhale, we'll reach all the way up and overhead. Biggest breath in you've taken all day long. And on the exhale, give yourself a big hug and a pat on the back.